Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing a game called Do You Have Salt? This is a game about a girl named Anastasia who lives in an old multi-story building. She decides to leave her apartment. She goes to get some salt to ask her neighbors, and she finds it. So, let's see what kind of story we're in for today, guys. This game may contain disturbing content, flashes, any resemblance to real people is purely coincidental. This gameplay includes interactive elements. They will light up when hovered on. Once upon a time, in the same house, there lived a spider, an anglerfish, and a human. Each of them had their own treasure, which they hid away from everyone. But keeping a treasure that no one uses is a terrible sin. And a little butterfly would sit on the treasure and paint itself in its color. Everyone was hunting it, but catching a lost butterfly is also a sin. My alarm clock. I dozed off at the computer again. The main page was full of unpleasant news. Another sharp cooling. The air temperature hits a new low. While reading these headlines, I felt helpless in this big world. I don't care about any of this. My eyes were drawn to the date in the corner of the screen. May, already? Taking a deep breath, I opened my desk drawer and took out a small piece of paper. Treasure. My lips whispered quietly on their own. I'll sit at the computer for a bit longer. Pay. Ooh. Even in times like this, you still have to pay rent. Photos, work, old game. I like working remotely, but it's my day off today. Folder 1 trash. What's in the trash? Recycle bin is empty. Okay, it's just blank. Broken shortcut. It's cute. I can't delete it. Delete shortcut? Yes. I can't do this. New folder. I don't want to store any of this mess in my folders. I don't want to. Okay. Games come out extremely rarely. That's why I have a lot of old games. But I really don't want to play anything right now. Okay, it's 1 o'clock right now. Okay. I'm not ready to read the news right now. There's nothing good to see anyway. Turning off the computer, I got up and took one last look around the room. It doesn't seem to have changed at all. Outside, it's cold as always. I'm standing in front of the door and fiddling with my fingers nervously. Salt. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. In the hallway of the stairwell, there are other doors too. The barely working lamp above my head reminded me of why I left my apartment today. For my pocket, I put a little piece of paper with a note. Find the treasure, scribbled on it, and sighed again. That's Russian. What does this even mean? I'd remember when I last talked to my neighbors. They weren't bad people, but we had nothing in common. So I shouldn't be nervous about seeing them. But for some reason, my heart ached every time I looked at someone else's door. I can do it. I'll do it. But who should I go to? Is that a trapdoor? What the hell? So it seems we have 1, 2, 3 options. white door caught my attention, a door that looked more new than the others. I knew the one who lived here. I came closer to the door and knocked, holding my breath. We haven't spoke since high school. The door didn't open. I started to worry, what if something happened to them? I leaned close to the door, listening for sounds of someone else's apartment. Oh shit. Suddenly it opened violently, smashing me in the face. I clenched my nose above my hands and stepped away. Ow. Stasia. Stacia. Stacia, I think that's how you say it. Jean looked at me in surprise, clearly not expecting me to be standing at the door of his apartment. He was very different from the boy I remembered. Hi. Jean frowned. He didn't seem happy to see me at all. What do you want? Salt. Did you from my work just to ask me for some stupid salt? Don't you have any friends? Damn. What'd I do to you? No. I lowered my eyes apologetically. Jean sighed. You're so stupid. He was clearly laughing at me. Then I lost my temper. I'm stupid, you hit me in the face with the door, and now you're kicking me out? Haven't kicked you out yet. Yet. Jean smiled. Then he frowned again. Your nose is bleeding. Really? What a klutz. You haven't changed at all since high school. Let's go. Might as well take care of you a little. Don't act like you're doing me a favor. You want to go home bleeding? No. Let's go then. Jean took my hand and led me inside. He took me to a workshop. At the end of the room was a chair covered in a white sheet. What a weird room. Sit down. When I sat down in the chair, he brought me a handkerchief. Now pinch your nose, the bleeding should stop soon. I nodded and closed my eyes, waiting for a chance to go home. Don't move. I heard Jean rustle the sheet. When I opened my eyes, he was standing by a large block of material. What are you doing? Working. What else does it look like? Oh, he does like that stone thing where they get the mallet and the hammer, or the chisel and the hammer. Working, what does it look like? I don't know. Jean smiled. It's simple. I'm a sculptor, and you're my model. Jean took out his tools and started methodically chipping off the stone, everything. Dude, we're in an apartment building, right? So, like, how to get this this big lump of stone up here? Jean took out his tools and started yeah, I read that. It's marble. Have you ever seen marble sculptures? Only in pictures. What a shame. It's incredible. It's an incredible art form, and not just some marble sculptures, but others as well. They can convey the very essence of life. I actually agree. I actually knew nothing about art, but listening to Jean's stories was very interesting. I agree, like, sculpting is like one of the arts where I really do enjoy because it just can capture emotion. Like, it really does look human. You've been like this in school, right? Always looking at the world differently than other people. You think so? If even someone as simple as you notices my greatness, then I'm really worth something. You don't have to insult me. Maybe. Is that so? What do you even do all day in your apartment other than sitting around slaving at work just to live and playing games from a previous era? I looked at my childhood friend, but I couldn't understand what he was thinking. You could be something more. Jean whispered something. Did you say something? Nothing. I was gonna say like my art piece or some shit. If you have nothing else to do, go home. But what about your sculpture? None of your business. Come on. Jean took me to the door. When I looked at him the last time, he seemed to be deep in thought. Bye, Jean. Yeah. Get out of here. I don't need you. Jean quickly shut the door. What was that all about? Suddenly the lights went out in the hallway. What's going on? Okay. The corridor started dipping and leaking, paint on the canvas. Everything was bleeding into the other floor and world suddenly in front of me there was a clown with a creepy smile. The makeup was smeared all over his face. A show. You want to be part of the show? Am I tweaking? The clown pushed me to the floor. My hands and feet got stuck in him as if we were made of tar. Paint poured down above me, painting me in different colors. Live picture. Who dares to pass by? What am I even looking at? I started sinking to the floor. Last thing I saw was a woman wearing heels, but all I saw was her feet. Then I suddenly came back to my senses. I was still standing in the hallway. I need to go home. Minus 34 seat. God damn, that's cold. What was that? Was I tripping? Did I get a concussion? I woke up with a bad stomach ache. My stomach was growling with hunger. What should I eat today? But fortunately, I didn't have to think about it for too long. Someone knocked at my door. When I opened the door, I saw Gene. He didn't look me in the eye. Good morning. It looked like he didn't want to look at me. Good morning. Did you need something? Cake. Cake? I want a cake. Can you make it? Only then did he look at me and then quickly looked away again, as if he got scared of something. Cake. I could bake it. Then bake me a cake the best one you could possibly make. Is this a request? I can't? Jean looked at me with very sad eyes. You can. My stomach growled again. If we eat it together. Agreed. Jean smiled and led the way to his apartment. I followed him. When we were in his kitchen, he spoke again. A chocolate one. I want a chocolate cake. You could use whatever's in the kitchen. I need to work. Jean left, leaving me to do the cooking. Actually, it's baking. Oh, you want a Okay. Forget getting all the ingredients. I just spawned a cake. I think that's the kind of cake we used to eat on his birthdays. Now it's time to choose how to decorate the cake with icing. Ooh. I feel like he low-key kind of likes me, so we could low-key go for the hearts. Let's keep it simple with the stripes. Stripes. Regular stripes. The main decoration on the cake. Butterfly, sun. Let's go butterfly. Butterfly. What a cute butterfly. It looks perfect here. When I finished decorating the cake, I called Jean back to the kitchen. So, how do you like it? He looked at the cake carefully, assessing it. Inside. What a boring cake. I did my best, I'll have you know. Well, I'd like to see something more interesting for my birthday. Wait, your what? My birthday. Today. Why didn't you tell me right away? Should I have? Jean went to his workshop. I followed right behind him. Hey, wait up. When I entered the workshop, Jean was standing next to the marble he's been carving. There was words cut into it. Talentless, worthless, biotrash, mistake, mediocrity. Those hurtful words, did he carve them himself? Do you see them too? I nodded. My heart sank at the terrible words. I hear them every day, in my head. Nothing helps. Jean came close to me, if possible, and whispered, Go away. Don't come back here. You're driving me crazy. You are a... What the hell? You are a goddess that I need to honor. Huh? You shouldn't be around. Hid's words really scared me. I started walking away slowly, leaving Jean alone in his workshop. A goddess? Me? Is this some kind of joke that I didn't get? What the? As soon as I went out of the door, I found myself in an unfamiliar corridor. Broken mannequins were hanging from the ceiling. The clown was sitting at the top on a chair that was also suspended in the air. He was slowly cutting off the red threads that held up the mannequins. They thundered down, making me shudder with each fall. What is it? Stop it, stop it. Slowly I rode the scent from above. Each of her limbs was tied to a red thread as if she was too just a mannequin. First, he cut off one thread, then the second one. Only the girl's hands kept her from falling. I couldn't look anymore. Minus 72. Oh, I think this is Fahrenheit. What the, oh. Okay. Jean started working on a sculpture. I tried to say something, but I couldn't. So he did drug me. Okay. My mouth was gagged. Everything is okay. I have to finish it. My best work. I will definitely finish it. Jean's cold ending. Okay. Alright. We're gonna actually run that back. I want to see what happens if we give him a heart cake. Salt. Skip. Yeah, he wants a chocolate. Hold, turn skip off. Alright, let's give him hearts. Alright, let's see. So how do you like it? He looked at the cake carefully, assessing it. Jean suddenly blushed. Very cute. A nice birthday present. Come on, who celebrates birthdays with cakes these days? We do, I guess. You know, my birthday. Today. Why didn't you tell me? Should I have? Is he gonna drug me again? Okay, I guess it was the same. Okay, I didn't think he just worshipped me. Listen, calling someone a goddess is crazy. But, you know, to each their own. Alright. Turn that off. Boom. My eyes were drawn to the door that was taller than the others. My landlord, Constantine, lives here. I didn't think he lived alone. He had a wife and children. I knocked on the door and my knees shaking with anxiety. The door suddenly opened, but not completely. What the? A huge spider leg slid through the small gap. Come in. A deep male voice called out to me. Now I can't leave. I opened the door and went inside. A strong smell of cleaning products hit my nose straight from the threshold. Did someone decide to do spring cleaning? Oh. Oh, so I guess the other person's an anglerfish? Oh, that would make sense because it's a hatch, like water below. When I looked up, the familiar man was standing next to me, my landlord. He was not just taller than most people, but any human with unaltered DNA. Next to him, I felt small and vulnerable. Constantine. I'll just call him Stan. Did you need something, Anstia? His way of addressing me made me shudder. Trying not to show it, I spoke hesitantly. Yes, I need salt. Salt, you're all out? Of course I'll share it with you. Would you like some coffee or tea? I won't say no. My voice was shaking. Stan sat me down at the small table. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. A spider web in the corner room caught my attention. The tangled up spider web was a small butterfly. It didn't have any chance to get out. And even though I knew it was going to die anyway, I felt sorry for it. An old framed photo hung over the desk. Looking closer, I saw a family of 5. Such a heartwarming photo. Small table. Why is it so small? Family lives here. Shouldn't the table be much bigger? Dude's got 6 arms. What are you thinking about? I glanced at Stan. He put 2 mugs on the table, and I sat down across from me. Where's your family? You mean my wife and kids? They died years ago. His words sent chills down my spine. I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. An awkward silence hung between us. My hands were on the table. I fiddled my fingers nervously, not knowing what to say. Are you taking care of yourself? I looked back at Stan. What are you talking about? A girl should take care of herself. His words made me feel very embarrassed. Do I really look that bad? Even though I try so hard to shower regularly. Okay, you shouldn't be struggling to shower regularly. I looked down at my hands again. Suddenly, one of my hands was under someone else's. A thin hand almost showed the bones protruding under the skin. When I tried to pull away, Stan gripped it tightly. He wouldn't let go. My heart was pounding like crazy. Let go. Let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. I'll wait. He won't do anything. I just need to calm down. Is everything okay? His question was like a joke, a cruel and unfunny one. I'm not okay. I'd better go home. Fine. I really want to hide in my apartment, but when I got to the door, it slightly opened. Is someone there? Hands emerged from the crack. Too many hands. So many arms ready to spill out of the apartment at any second. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Things like this don't happen. No way. This can't be happening. But when I took another step back, the hands started reaching out. They were reaching for me as I fell down the floor in tears. And when they finally touched me, I felt the palms ever so slightly scratch my skin. Looking at those hands again, they didn't seem to be alive at all anymore. Firm, like wax, made entirely of salt. I touched them lightly and fell apart as if they were nothing holding them together. If there was nothing holding them together anymore. All that was left was a long trail of salt leading into my apartment. From the other side of the door, I noticed a single hand was waving at me in a friendly gesture. It was a different one. It was different. As the hand disappeared behind the door, I heard a child's laughter. When I opened my eyes, I saw a familiar ceiling. It was my ceiling in my apartment. But what am I doing here? When I woke up, I almost immediately fell back on the bed. What? Oh. Maybe Stan's chill like that. I don't know. He seems alright. Are you alright? What are you doing in my apartment? I was filled with anger that was so hard to explain. You fainted. I brought you here. But how did you open the door? I'm your landlord. I have keys to all the apartments in the building, even the basement level ones. Yeah, that's a interesting question to ask a landlord. How can you open my door? I'd assume a landlord has keys. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I didn't even need the key. Your door was already open. You need to be more careful. You're a girl after all. Stan has always looked down on me, judging me. I could see it in his eyes. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. His 8 eyes. Yeah, he helped you. I understand. Thank you for taking care of me. Oh, he smiled! Stan smiled. I'd never seen him smile before. I like wise women. Come see me if you need anything. I didn't know how it was supposed to feel. Frustration? Misery? Sadness? I don't want to think about it. It seems I've fallen asleep again. I think I've completely ruined my relationship with my landlord. I didn't want to pry into his personal life, but not only did I do it, I also put him in a very awkward situation. I shouldn't have been so quick to accuse Stan of breaking into my apartment. His behavior couldn't be exactly called tactful either, but I wonder what kind of person he'd been before his wife and children died. Taking all that into consideration, I really want to apologize for my behavior. The door in front of me was still huge. I knocked on the door. Stan, can I come in? Stan? I turned the door handle. It was open, but I was hesitant to enter without permission. Stan, are you home? Yes, I'm here. Come in. I'm about to get trapped. I'm about to get boxed. Only after hearing an answer did I enter the apartment. Stan was sitting in the living room with a newspaper in his hand. A newspaper? Excuse me, where'd you get a newspaper? They stopped printing them long ago. It's an old one. I like keeping things from the past, and sometimes I go back to them. This newspaper, for example, was printed long before you were born. This can't be said about many things. Even you, for example. Indeed. Stan put the newspaper aside. What did you need? I want to apologize. I'm sorry for bothering you so much lately. It's no more than the rest of the tenants. Is there anything I can do to patch things up? Cleaning. Stan's response was very quick. We don't have any cleaners here, so I do it all myself. You could help me clean apartments or the stairwell. I'll do the apartment. Don't think cleaning up here would take much time. I'll clean your apartment if you don't mind. Stan smiled. Hey, he's a chill dude. Good. You can take whatever you need in the bathroom and in kitchen. Look at the cabinet below. I'll be in the stairwell. And don't remove the cobwebs. I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm attached to the spiders here. Got it. Anything else? Don't touch my things. I can trust you, right? Of course. You don't think I'm some kind of thief, do you? I'm not talking about stealing. Many young women are tactless when it comes to cleaning. They rearrange things, throw things out without permission, and I value the order that I have maintained here for many years. I actually get what he's saying about the women part. My mom, when she cleans around the house, it drives me crazy sometimes. Don't worry, I won't do anything like that. I understand how frustrating this can be. Alright, good luck then. Stan left. I immediately started cleaning. As I thought, there was practically nothing left to clean in Stan's apartment. I don't even know why he suggested cleaning here. He's been doing just fine without me. I walked into the last room to clean. It was the bedroom. The smell of bleach here was much stronger than the other. Oh my god. I think I know why there's bleach. There was pen. What the heck? There was pen marks on the doorframe. Marks and numbers probably to note children's height growth. Thinking that those children were no longer alive made me feel uneasy. But that's not what I focus on right now. There were a huge wardrobe against the wall. I carefully touched the door to check how clean it was. Something rustled behind me. Spider legs? I saw some movement again. Oh. Huge spider legs perched to the ceiling. I tried to sneak out of the room, but there were more and more legs punching through. The spider was chasing me. I stumbled and fell into a spider web. A huge butterfly flew over me. Before I knew it, the spider leg pierced it right through. Butterfly. This poor butterfly, in a spider's trap, is doomed to be eaten. But if the spider doesn't eat the butterfly, what will become of its progeny? Stasia. Anastasia. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name so wrong. Stan, what happened? You fell asleep on the couch after cleaning. That's what I think. You did a good job. Not really. You have a very clean apartment. And yet you still cleaned up even though it was clean. You wiped the shelves and tables and mopped the floor and took out the trash. I suppose even if it was dirty here, you'd just be responsible for cleaning. That's the way women should be. Alright, let's calm down. Unc. Thank you. I'm going home. Better end this on a high note while still possible. I'm back to my apartment. I had a headache, so I decided to go to bed early. I don't want to bother other people. It kept on snowing outside. By the time I was born, it had already covered the whole planet. Do we even have a future worth living for? I took out the note again. A treasure? What kind of treasure are we talking about? I couldn't even get a pack of salt yesterday. I thought back to what happened. Does Stan have the treasure I'm looking for? Maybe I made a mistake cleaning his door or choosing his door. I have to do something. I want to talk to him again. I went back to the door that had been frightening me. I knocked on the door. Come in. Same familiar word called out to me. The smell of cleaning products was even stronger. It was hard to breathe. Stan didn't meet me at the door. I went further into the apartment to find him. He was sitting at the computer in his bedroom quietly typing. He was probably working. We all work remotely. You came? Yes. How did you know? I've been waiting for you. I don't like that response. I was standing and leaning against the door frame. What am I doing here anyway? Am I going crazy? Have I lost my mind? Rest on the bed. You shouldn't strain yourself. I think you're not well. Don't distract me for now. I lay down on the bed listening to the sounds of typing. Stan's bed was so soft. I was very sleepy. Cold weather always makes you sleepy. That's true. I closed my eyes for just a moment. The typing sound stopped. I felt somebody's hands on my stomach. Oh. I mean, he's chilling. A lump formed in my throat as I opened my eyes. I mean, Stan's chilling. I think we should let Stan just chill. I was afraid to move because Stan's hands were on my stomach. Yeah, I don't know about that. Sometimes I miss my kids. Can that such a small stomach can bear a whole life within it. Not one, not two, many lives. Alright, if I was hurt in that, listen, if I was a woman and I heard that from the spider, dude, I'd low-key be a little weirded out, I ain't gonna lie. Would you like to be a mom? Ooh. I don't like that. Maybe. No. Yes. Oh my god, we have saves? We can save? Okay, I'm gonna put a few there. Yes. Of course. I would like to have a baby someday. Why not now? Alright, Stan, let's calm down, bro. Ain't Stan like old? How, bro? How old is this dude? I'm not ready. You'll be a good mother, I'm sure. Stan pulled away. I could see a faint smile on his face. I felt sick. I could feel the bile rising from my stomach. How can he talk about it? His wife, his children. I got up quickly and ran to the bathroom. Having emptied my stomach, I strode to look at my own reflection. Stasia, are you okay? I'm going home. I left the bathroom and immediately ran out of Stan's apartment. At home, I quickly closed the door. Only after I felt a little calm. He has keys! I lay down on my bed. I'm such an idiot. I hear the child's laughter again. Okay, that's not good. As I lay on the bed, I felt something crawling all over me. I opened my eyes and saw a bunch of small spiders. There were more and more and more crawling on me. No, I don't want to. Please. I tried to cover my stomach with my hands. Spiders were coming out of my mouth. No. No. Why aren't you here? Why don't you help me? I miss you so much. I couldn't stop crying. I didn't feel anything. Just a self-loathing. Just a self-loathing that would not stop. The laughter again. There was a little girl, the black, standing outside my door. Her hair was so black it was like coal. You haven't found it yet. You haven't found the treasure. I wiped the tears off my eyes. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, the treasure. How could I forget? I like spiders. The girl disappeared. But there was no spiders in my bed anymore. Mold was growing on the walls of my apartment. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Mold was growing in the hallway too. Knocked on the door of this hateful apartment. The way it smells. The spiders that live on its walls. I hate everything about it. So I walked out with no invitation. I checked one room after another, but Stan was nowhere to be found. Then I went to his bedroom. My eyes were drawn to the huge tall wardrobe that reached the ceiling. The closer I got to the wardrobe, the stronger the smell of cleaning detergent. A frightening, terrible thought flashed through my mind. His family's going to be in this. How did his family die? If they couldn't leave the house. Oh no. I pushed the door open as hard as I could. Inside was a box of family photos and a mannequin in a wedding dress on it. Is something wrong? Stan came up to me unexpectedly. He stood there looking at his belongings with a heartache in his eyes. It was my wife's wedding dress. I couldn't throw it away. And these photos. Family is a real treasure. I lost it. I couldn't protect them. I sighed. There's mold in our building. Mold? In your apartment too? Stan was very surprised. I spent so many days trying to get rid of it in my apartment, but it grew over the whole house. This is no good. Oh, I see. I felt ashamed of all those terrible thoughts in my head. Listen, I didn't mean to scare you. It's hard for me to admit it. I want a new family. I've been living in grief over my loss for so many years. Please be my wife. His open confession surprised me greatly. Family. Is this the treasure? She wanted me to have a family? I nodded. I'm very happy. I will never meet such a perfect woman again. Soon we were married. It wasn't a real wedding because unions of humans and non-humans were forbidden. But how could anyone learn about it? When our house was cleared of mold, I was preparing to be a mother. My treasure, I found it. I'm waiting. When will it make me happy? Stan's warm ending. Load. No. No. I don't need this. You'll change your mind sooner or later. Even so, it's none of your business. Get off of me. Okay, so this time I pushed open the door as hard as I could. But there was nothing inside. Just a butterfly nailed with needles. Haha, haha. I laughed, me feeling incredibly stupid. 4 people murdered in our house and no one noticed? What am I thinking? This apartment is driving me crazy. Oh. As I was about to leave, I was pushed against the door and pinned down. A cold blade touched my neck, making me hold my breath. My treasure. My wife. My children. I lost them long ago. Women like you will never understand me. Don't you dare to come to my apartment again. Stan released me and only I could take a deep breath. I ran. I didn't run very far. It seemed like an eternity. I can't remember how I got to my apartment. I can't remember sending a complaint telling everything that happened to me, but I clearly remember a large group of humans and non-humans arresting him. The home inspection found traces of severe mold infestation in our house. I was told that everything I saw could have been a hallucination. Only now, years later, I can finally decide for myself what exactly from what I saw was reality. I never saw Stan again. After the house was completely cleaned from mold, I became the landlady. Everything ended well for me, but it's just that I keep seeing her. That girl with the jet black hair. Stan's cold ending. Alright. Maybe. I don't know. You'll be a good mother, I'm sure. Okay, so it's all the same. Bruh, hold up. I wonder if the ending changed with maybe. Now we're about to find out, so... Huh. So I guess it's just a good and bad ending. There's no, like, middle. Alright. Let's see the anglerfish. Because there's a human spider and anglerfish. The hatch on our floor led to the basement. But it was not an ordinary basement. On the contrary. I reached for the hatch and handled it and opened it. The whole basement was filled with water, but it was for a very good reason. A faint light appeared in the water. Ivan, are you here? Oh, my neighbor surfaced. I'm Ivan. The stress is on the stress is on the I, and it's not Ivan. I laughed. Ivan always complains that everyone pronounces his name incorrectly. I'm I'm sorry, I have a question for you. Do you mind? Anything for you, sweet Stasia. Ask away. Salt. Ivan looked at me with his face plastered of absolute confusion. It's unlike it's unlikely that salt can be kept in water. Okay, never mind. Let's play. Huh. Ivan has always been so energetic. Since he's been the only one left on this floor, he has no one else to talk to. Okay, let's play. What do you want to play? Rock, paper, scissors, of course. Do you know how to play? Everyone knows how to play. Ivan held out his fist. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I feel like he's a rock type of dude. Draw. It's funny, we think alike. Ivan was so excited that I played with him even only before little. He seemed very nice, but I still wasn't used to seeing him so happy. Will you swim with me? The water is just a little bit cold. No, Ivan. I can't swim. It's easy, I can teach you. Ivan, no. Means no. My words clearly upset him. He sank halfway into the water. At least just a little bit. You should try something new once in a while. Let's swim with my boy Ivan, bro. Ivan seems chill. I'll put my legs in the water, but no further than that, okay? Of course, deal. I took off my shoes and carefully lowered my legs into the water. The water was cold, but I didn't complain. Human legs are so beautiful. Is it okay to say this to humans? Maybe. But it's better not to. You are beautiful too in your own way. Really? Yes. A silence hung between us. I pondered for a while what to talk about before I finally summoned my courage. Hey, Ivan. You were born non-human, right? How did you find out, sweet Stasia? I smiled. Well, you're just a bit younger than me. When we were born, DNA modifications had already been completely banned. What is it like to live in water since you were born? Difficult question, sweet Stasia. My mom told me that there was time when we were underwater, non-humans lived in the oceans. Can you imagine that? Whole cities underwater. I've seen only pictures of oceans. And you didn't even go to school. Of course not, sweet Stasia. My mother taught me everything. And Stan was my tutor when I was little. Our landlord? Yes. But those days are over. He brings me food but doesn't play with me anymore. No one plays with me anymore. Ivan's whole world is limited by the basement where he was born. Everyone knew this, but is this really okay? There's nothing we can do about it? You need to move away from me. This is too difficult, sweet Stasia. Why? Because nothing can be done about it. I was refused. They wouldn't accept me anywhere else. My living conditions have not been violated. The results of Commission's work are not subject to appeal. It's terrible. I'm sorry, sweet Stasia. Please don't be sad. It makes me sad too. Everything will be okay, Ivan. I'll come play with you later, I promise. See you then. Ivan went under the water. I closed the hatch. When I was just about to leave, I noticed something strange. Wet black hair was sticking out from under the hatch that I just closed. I couldn't ignore it. So I came close and opened the hatch. The hair was slipping under the water. I carefully touched it, and then the hair quickly wrapped itself around my hands and started pulling me down. I resisted all I could, but it was still stronger. I fell down trying to hold my breath. The hair was wrapping around me more and more. No. I don't want to die. I woke up in a bathtub. The water was overflowing. Was it all a nightmare? It was so realistic. I had to spend the rest of the time cleaning the bathroom. Dude, Ivan might be the chillest. Actually, I thought the same about Stan, but I don't know. Stan, low key, I feel bad for him. Since the very morning, Ivan has consumed all my thoughts. What happened many years ago in our home that was a terrible tragedy? All the basement residents died, everyone but Ivan. And he's been alone this whole time? Is he really alright? It's hard to think about. Looking for distraction, I opened news. I don't know what I expected from it. An accident in a volunteer expedition, one casualty. A group of students were volunteering for research when the accident occurred. One girl died, forming an unexpected collapse of the lake ice layer. The exact causes of the collapse are still unclear. Experts warn hikers to plan their routes to avoid rivers, lakes, and bodies of water. A drowned woman, huh? I'm just curious how this is gonna loop around to make Ivan look like a bad person. I turned off the lights and went to bed. I woke up covered in cold sweat. Something dripping? Where? Looking for the source of the noise, I walked into the bathroom. Drops of water methodically fell from the faucet. Has the sink broken? Been a while since since that happened last. I knelt down to see if there was a leak piping. It's definitely something I could tell the landlord about. When I opened under the sink cabinet, hair spilled out. It's wrapping around me like a dead fish net. Hair was even sticking out of its empty eye sockets. And the moon suddenly overflowing with water. Behind me there was a mermaid skeleton. I froze in place, unable to move. And when I shut my eyes, opened them again, dead fish was gone. I wonder if our character has like serious schizophrenia or something like that. What's happened to me? I felt dizzy. I fell on the floor. I saw eyes looking straight from the darkness of the bathtub, but I couldn't move. My vision immediately swallowed by darkness. I will never get out of here. Next, I decided to talk to Ivan again. It seemed like the conversation was over. I opened the hatch and waited for the familiar light to appear. Soon it appeared, making me smile. It was nice to know that he was alright. Stasia! Ivan exclaimed joyfully. Did you come to play with me again? Of course. What do you want to play? It's a simple game. Oh, we're shooting dice? I don't know how making gambles. Ivan went under the water and returned with 3 dice. Whoever rolls the highest number wins. Ivan rolled the dice. Well, I got 12. Can you do better? Looks like mine is 9. You lost. Do you want to try again? Yes. Ivan rolled the dice. 13. 10. You lost. 10. 13. You won. That's awesome. Okay, we can stop. I wish I could look at you at the game. I wish I could look at the games you play. Ivan's words made me feel wary. How do you know what I play games at home? What a silly question. I hear you playing when I'm watching you through the cracks. Cracks? In your floor, it's right above my apartment. When your lights are on in my apartment, it isn't dark as usual. I like it. Watching from below makes it hard to see what's going on in the room. If you were so kind as to make a hole for me in your floor, we could become roommates. Ha ha. I laughed nervously and quickly stood up. I have to go. Bye, Ivan. See you. See, that's weird, but it's like, I don't know. I feel bad for the dude. You know what I'm saying? That dude gets no social interaction whatsoever. Bro's just a fish. Ran to my room. I turned on the lights and found duct tape. I went down to the floor looking at me. I couldn't stop. I was sealing every crack on the floor. I noticed something moving outside my window. Butterflies. They were looking at me. I picked up the duct tape again. I'm scared. I'm scared. Don't look at me. Leave me alone. I don't want to know the truth. Night fell. I heard the door opening. Despite my fear, I decided to look at the corridor. In the hallway, I saw Ivan lying unconscious. Why did he get out of the water? A girl with very long hair behind. That stutter was crazy. I apologize. She looked like a drowned corpse. I ran to Ivan, ignoring the girl. He was still breathing but needed water. Like a mad woman, I knocked on all the doors of the apartments, but no one came out. I ran and filled a bucket of water and came back. When I splashed Ivan with the water, he woke up. Don't say anything, get back into the water. Ivan looked at me with very sad eyes, but did what I asked. I leaned over the hatch and hugged him as tight as I could. Stacey, I'm sorry. It got so dark at home. It was so scary. I wanted to get out of here, from this house, from this cage. His words made me want to cry. You need freedom, am I right? Stasia. A home inspection arrived to look at our house. They found traces of severe mold infestation. The basement was declared unsuitable for water species. It was drained. Ivan and I moved to another house. He was no longer alone. Ivan's home is much bigger than the basement where he used to live. Sometimes we still play together. Ivan hopes that one day he can become human and he'll be able to go anywhere he wants. As for me, I realize the real treasure is freedom. After all, Ivan was deprived of it his whole life. My treasure, I found it. I'm waiting. When will it make me happy? Ivan's warm ending. Ivan sighed and completely disappeared under the water. I felt sorry for him, but swimming in the basement without permission is strictly prohibited. It's dangerous. Oh! But when I leaned down to close the hatch, suddenly grabbed me. Couldn't think about it. It was some miracle. Grab onto the edge. Ivan. I got out of the water, seeing with rage. I had no words to express how terrible what he did to me. Ivan sunk half his face, looked guilty. I'm sorry, Stacey, I'm sorry. But I couldn't stay angry for long. If you understand it, then why did you do it? I mean, that's attempted murder, right? Because alright, we know this part. This is all, Ran to my apartment, locked myself in. Mold. It's a nightmare, just a bad dream. Okay, we're just gonna skip all that. Bro. I didn't mean for it to skip all that. Make me smile. It was nice knowing he's alright. Ivan exclaimed joyfully. Did you come to play with me again? Of course. What do you want to play? It's a simple game. I picked up the duct tape again. I don't want to know the truth. Despite the corridor. In the hallway, I saw Ivan lying unconscious. Why did he come out of the water? She looked like a drowned corpse. I I can't help him. Tier 5 ran to my apartment. I left him for dead. Wow, okay. Wait, what are all these keys? Data. Gallery. Setting, exit. Oh. Well, we got every ending that I know of. I just want to go, sugar. Basically, it doesn't matter what I ask. Huh. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so we've beaten the game. We got all the endings from what I saw. So this game just came out a few days ago. Yeah, I actually it was very interesting. I think this is all like mainly like art. Like they went for more like novel visual novel. Like it's more of a novel style, which I really did enjoy. All the characters were very interesting. Ivan was my favorite because like out of all of them, because Stan's low-key just kind of weird, but you do kind of feel bad for him. The human dude is just dude's lost in the gel. Ivan, you resonate with him more because like he is kind of bound. He literally can't leave his little basement, and he's just by himself. It is a little weird that he watches you through the cracks, but I feel like any of us would do that because like you're just surrounded in complete darkness. You don't interact with anyone, so the glimmer of light that you do get, you know what I mean? So I can actually understand that. I do feel bad for him. I'm glad that he got a good ending. This guy's ending, you marry him. I don't think there's a good or bad ending for this guy. Maybe if I replay through it real quick, I'll post his thing at the end. But I really did enjoy this game. I like how 3 different things, the spider dude, the anglerfish, a human, all of them are very interesting characters. Tons of tags here. You got choices matter, single player, conversation, dark, developer, Sun, Sin and Sun. They've made a good amount of other games. I might have to. Okay, it seems from their past games and this current one, it's like night and day. But this is really a solid game. It's only $2.59 Canadian. So like it's basically free in American currency. But I definitely would I definitely would recommend playing this game. Just play it for yourself, enjoy it. See if you can find any other hidden secret stuff. I wonder if there'll be like a sequel or more adding to the game. That would be really awesome. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys liked, you know what I'm saying, hit me with a, subscribe, follow, comment, all that stuff. I'm going to be posting, I got a few other horror games we can be playing this week, so we'll be posting those. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and if you enjoyed, subscribe, follow, and I'll see y'all next time.